started probably after my freshman year of college. I kind of got into it by accident. I had a friend who was a model, and so I just kind of was like taking pictures of her, and I found out like I really liked it. And so then I started taking classes, and while I was in Italy, I took a fashion photography class, and I really liked that too. That's how I got started on the fashion blog. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I discovered it because it's been a lot of fun. It's been a great way to connect with people and just, meeting a bunch of new people and really getting to work with others in a different kind of way, be creative, which is what I like to do. I was in Florence, and so I lived there for about 4 months, and we got to go to like Paris and Greece and other places like that. I mean, we took so many photos, and just the way people dressed there was so interesting. I mean, even like tourists too were like all dressed up, and you could kind of tell where people were from based on that. And that really inspired like my sense of fashion as well. And then how I photograph people, I like started wanting to capture more than just like a headshot and like get kind of a bigger picture of who they are as a person and the way they dress.
There's a bigger picture in that way they dress?
Yeah. So, I just feel like it's just so expressive of who you are, and people say, fashion is shallow, and to a degree, yeah, it is. It's, it's only skin deep, but it does. I think it shows how creative a person is, or like the way they want to present themselves, what kind of work they do, that kind of stuff.
You said it inspired your fashion, right? Are you into dressing as well?
A little bit. As much as any person is, I like to present myself a certain way, and I'm interested in clothing and like what I'm very picky about the clothes I wear. So, I've tried to like dress better and dress more like true to myself, and not try to dress like other people, which I'm sure I do. But and that with like the blog, we've really focused on developing a personal style, stuff like that. Yeah, well, I guess for me, I like natural lighting. I like having bright colors and deep shadows, and I like when a photo turns out good and the subject or a client just really connects with that photo. I think that's important too. So I really like when they react to it positively.
Sometimes people might ask me, let me see that picture.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I usually, after every shoot, we like flip back through, especially when I have a group of models. We like all crowd around the camera and kind of like go back through, and they like to cheer. So that's fun. I use Lightroom to edit. I try not to do like heavy editing. Like I don't retouch models very much. I may like take out blemishes and that kind of thing, but like I don't reshape faces or bodies or anything like that, just because that goes against what I think photography should be. But I've really enjoyed kind of experimenting with like changing the light, changing colors in a photo, and I think that's been just a fun part of photography as well. Tedious, but it's, when you're successful, it feels really good. I would definitely like to continue in doing portraits and fashion photography. Those so far have been my favorites. I've done a little bit of like engagement photography, and I have a wedding booked for this summer, so I'd like to see if maybe that's something I would enjoy doing too, because there's a lot of money in that. But right now, like I'm working on the fashion blog, and then I've recently started a podcast with a couple of other photographers, and so that's been kind of just us experimenting with that. Like we really want that to be us sharing what we've learned in photography and what we've learned from other people, and just kind of our tips and tricks, and we're calling it Conversations in the Darkroom, because we met in a film class. And so we kind of like the three of us hit it off like while we were like in the back. We couldn't see anything because we were like unloading the film. And so you really have to cooperate with the people in the room, because we were like passing scissors back and forth and like couldn't see each other. And so and they were funny. So we were like, we should start our podcast of all the things that we like sit back there and talk about. Well, that'll be like, I think in a couple of weeks we're going to release a couple episodes. So I'll be posting about it.
Stay tuned.
I guess just about photography in general, like I really encourage everybody to try it if you want to. It's, it's not for everybody and not everybody has an eye for it, but it can be really fun and it can be just a fun way to like connect with people. And if you want to see more of my work, I have a website. It's emilyaswan.com. And then the blog that I work for is called The Rep, and that's on Instagram, The Rep Style. And then the podcast is, again, Conversations in the Dark Rooms. Those are 3 places that you can see what I'm doing. So, got a lot going on.